Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about how Shang-Chi actor Simu Liu.
He doesn't like us.
I don't think he likes...
He didn't watch the videos either.
I don't think he likes us very much. Anyway, some of his comments are going to come back to bite this movie in the butt, possibly.
And we're not talking about the ones where he told Chapek to F off.
Yeah, we're not talking about him telling off Bob Chapek. We're talking about him running down China, and that is a cardinal sin. The CCP will not approve your movie unless you apologize in Mandarin.
Yeah.
But no, it's very possible that some of his resurfaced comments could actually cost this movie a debut in China. China's already been on the fence about it. Apparently, Chinese audiences not really taken to the trailer, not really liking it that much.
They felt it was a stereotype. They said they felt it was stereotyped.
Right. Now we've got these comments, which, similar to the director of the Eternals, she made some comments that I guess is keeping the Eternals out of China as well. Again, apologize Mandarin and all is forgiven.
I guess, yeah.
Anyway, before we get into that, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 234,000 subs.
Woohoo!
We're only like 10 away from 235.
So we might be 235 by the time you see this video.
We might be, yeah. So, gotta give a hat tip to Mr. Milo, who put this up on Pirates and Princesses. We're gonna talk about the situation with Shang-Chi and the legend Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
It's like nails on chalkboard when you do that.
Well, they call him Sean for most of the movie. He's Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let's call him S-Chi.
S-Chi? Sh-Chi?
Yeah, anyway, go ahead.
You gotta be careful. You don't want to say shitty.
We're probably saying something else we don't know about.
Probably.
Anyway,
for those of you who actually watch our videos, you will see that we gave it a pretty okay review.
Right. We also said that we thought that it was of the two, that and the Eternals had a more uphill battle than Shang-Chi was going to have, which is why Disney threw it under the bus, and I don't think gave it the publicity it should have.
Right, and the marketing was kind of a fail for this. It does seem like Disney's like, well, it's not playing in China, so we're not even going to try. They were kind of surprised, I think, by the box office. Now the Eternals is getting a theatrical release when it was being speculated it was going to get dumped on the Disney Plus.
And I again want to say, I think the Eternals has a more uphill battle than Shang-Chi has. Now, come time for the movie to release, it might have a lot of interest, but leading up to it, it has not.
But this is going to be another uphill battle, and this is one that the Eternals is facing as well. China doesn't like it when you criticize China. That's an understatement.
Even if it's deserved, they don't like it.
Even if it's deserved, again, you have to learn to apologize in Mandarin. But
that's right. Well, he should have no trouble with that.
Yeah, Simu Liu made comments about China. I think it's Simu Liu. Anyway, the actor has found himself in an unfavorable situation in the eyes of the Chinese film market. An interview from a few years ago has resurfaced where the actor can clearly be seen making negative comments about China. We're going to pull this up from actually Daily Mail too has it. This is what he said because they left China when he was 5 and they moved to Canada. When I was young, my parents would tell me these stories about growing up in communist China. They lived in a third world where you had people dying of starvation, and they felt that Canada is a place where they can live freely and give their child a better future. The story was immediately shared on the Chinese social media site Weibo, where many Chinese nationalists gave their disgust for the actor and turned on him. This has happened multiple times over the last couple of years. If China likes you, but you say something they don't like in being in favor of Hong Kong or Taiwan or something, they turn on you.
Right. So, you have to, so what do? I mean,
apologize.
Yeah. Is Disney going to make him do that? Because, he's explaining what he heard from his parents, what he says their truth was when they came over here. I just think that's funny because then you have Hollywood, which is like, oh, you know what's amazing? Socialism and communism. Oh, it's so great. Oh. And then he's like, we ran away because it sucked.
This is interesting. It was on the CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting channel.
I saw this.
And due to a technical error, using air quotes, they took the video clip down. where he.
But that's what Mr. Milo said. And he goes, but there's screen captures.
Yeah, so let's zoom in here. Yeah, when I was young, my parents told me the stories about growing up in China. They lived in the third world. Yeah, this isn't the first time that someone of Chinese ancestry was blacklisted from China. Chloe Zhao, who directed No Man Land, was also criticized for speaking out against the mainland in her views of the CCP.
And she's the one. She's the one directing Eternals.
Yes.
So, boy, that's gonna be great, Disney. You got these 2 Marvel films coming out, and you got people in them that are probably gonna be banned.
That's okay. They've already moved on to India. Disney is so over China.
I told you that, yeah.
Because Disney, they want to make movies with lots of sissy men. And they're not allowed to make movies with sissy men anymore.
I didn't get that vibe from Disney, but no, I still want to know what that means, though, by the way. They don't actually clarify what...
I mean, those of you who missed it, who didn't get the memo, China has put a ban on quote-unquote sissy men.
It's a very nebulous term.
Their term, not our term. And basically anything that's outside of gender norms, I guess. They want masculine men in leading roles, and they want effeminate women.
So China is like... what they want is completely in opposition to what Hollywood wants to put out.
Yeah, so I think regardless, Hollywood is going to get over China at this point. And we've already seen, look, there's been some mounting tension. Anyway, before this, and I think, China's fallen out of love too, because they're making their own movies now the way they want to make
them.
They
were before, but they're doubling down on that.
Yeah, with the mandates being the way that they are now over there, they're going to make movies for their approval system. And Hollywood, what Hollywood wants to push is a complete 180 from what they want. But it definitely doesn't help when you created both of these movies were designed, I believe, with a international audience in mind. And they just kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Yep.
Twice. Not saying that they're not right in what they're saying.
No.
Or that they
but it will be interesting to see if either one of these films get released in China.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm waiting to see, or is there going to be like a huge apology tour ahead of it releasing in China? I don't know.
Call up John Cena.
He'll tell you what to say.
He'll tell you what to say. He'll be off camera. He'll be coaching everybody on what to say to make sure that your movie gets picked up. Because F9 made a lot of money in China. So his apology worked. For better or for worse, he made some money.
Yeah, but I think they're going to look at what he said, and not being that he's from China, differently than
people whose Chinese ancestry. Okay. Okay, he's just a dumb white dude.
Dumb Westerner, yeah.
Dumb Westerner, he doesn't understand. But you don't have an excuse. Your family's Chinese. And you're saying these things.
Yeah, so I just don't think this is going to play out. I think Disney can pretty much write off that box office.
Yeah.
I mean, stranger things have happened. They might still get it released in China. But I think it's probably going to take a lot of apologies or a lot of money or a lot of something else to make that happen.
A lot of something else.
It's going to take a lot of something.
So anyway, because Shang-Chi did as well at the box office.
It was that 1 week.
Well, it's still doing pretty good, I guess.
Well, yeah.
I guess.
They're already calling this. It's going to do 30-some million this weekend. I'm like, how do you know? You wrote the Saturday morning. I'm like, how do they know?
I think they're going by. Well, okay, so here's
by the estimates that were so right last time.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I'm like, how come they were so wrong? The box office projection was so very, very wrong on Shang-Chi opening weekend, but they're going to have it down to a science the second week.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Well, they were calling the opening before the weekend was over last weekend too. I'm sitting here like, how do you know?
How do you know?
You don't know. That's what I don't get this. I mean, you can guess based on what percentages and stuff are going on, but you don't really know unless Disney knew something we didn't, like they were buying tickets. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, I mean, again, the numbers, when we were talking about Shang-Chi, we were talking about the numbers coming from Box Office Pro, which is kind of like the industry standard for projections.
And it was way off.
And they're usually, sometimes they're over, under maybe 10%, but we're talking like 40% difference. It was massive. And again, you would, with the pre-orders on Fandango and stuff, you would have a better idea of what was actually going to happen.
I don't know. There's some weirdness.
There's some weirdness, but, we don't want to go down that conspiracy theory rabbit hole. Don't want to go there. Anyway.
Let's go, but let's just say that they're being honest and upfront.
Yeah.
Take a moment to process that and laugh in your head. Okay, go ahead.
Have a chuckle. Anyway, Eternals is coming to theaters now because Shang-Chi did well. Now, of the two dodgy-looking Phase 4 movies, Shang-Chi actually wound up being pleasantly okay.
Yeah, the two, that's the one I had the most faith in.
Yeah, it's like it's a martial arts movie. It's really hard to screw that up.
I could be wrong about Eternals, but the buzz doesn't seem to be there. So much so that Disney kind of threw Shang-Chi under the bus and immediately started, promoting Eternals when they should have been promoting Shang-Chi. And it's still, so how well would it have done if they had actually promoted it? And even then, it's still not going the way they hoped. And they have I think they have too many characters in one film. And it's just going to be too confusing. And a lot of people just don't care.
Yeah, I'm getting Inhumans vibes from this.
Yeah, look how well that went.
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. No. So it's going to get the same treatment.
This is basically the Marvel's diversity and inclusion movie.
Yeah, it is. It is. For diverse people in India.
It's the diversity inclusion film.
Yeah, so 45 days before it gets dumped on the Disney Plus. I have less hope for this than I do for Shang-Chi. I could be wrong.
No,
I'll
could be
admit
wrong.
that I could be wrong.
But I just don't think that the demand is as much for this one as... And plus, their trailers haven't done any favors.
No, trailers are boring.
Shang-Chi has had too. The last trailer was finally the one that was kind of quasi-decent.
Yeah, I think with Shang-Chi, if they had started out with some of the supernatural elements and the special effects and stuff, I think it would have gone better because it really felt disconnected from the MCU. It felt just like a run-of-the-mill martial arts movie.
Yeah, and this one, the Eternals, I think it's the same thing. Like the first trailer was like, what? I don't know.
It's a perfume commercial or a car commercial or something.
That's what it felt like. And the second was a little bit better, but it's still like, I don't understand what the hell's going on. Most people were excited about the Celestial. That's what they're excited about.
Yeah, the Celestials. Yeah, but you will probably get 2 minutes of the Celestials, and then the rest of it
you asked people. That's what they're excited about.
People in super suits standing around talking.
But now is it confirmed they're doing it theatrically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So November 5th.
Oh, this is interesting. I didn't catch this. I didn't see it in Encanto. It's going to be only in 30 days before. It's only getting a 30-day window before it goes to Disney Plus. That's the animated film they have coming out.
That actually looks pretty good.
It does. It looks pretty neat. That one is only getting 30 days in theaters. That's weird. I didn't even catch that until they had it on here.
Well, they keep dumping the animated movies on the Disney Plus for the holidays. Soul last year, which I still haven't seen. I need to see Soul. We keep getting all these other movies that feel like we have to watch them and review them or whatever, but I actually wanted to watch Soul, and then I keep forgetting it exists.
My problem is by the time they come out, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, same here.
And then they keep making these stupid decisions, and they keep doing things I think are shitty. And I just by the time it comes, I'm like, I don't want to give you money.
I'm the King's. Okay, the King's Man. This is the King's Man. This is the Kingsman prequel. I love the first movie. Love it. Hated the second movie.
Yeah.
So I'm not real sure if I'm going to be into a prequel or not.
Ron's Gone Wrong. That's supposed to be pretty good.
Because McDonald's said so. I'd never heard of the movie until McDonald's.
You seriously never heard of it until you saw the Happy Meal toys?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We've covered stories on it. Our friend Sarah's written stuff about it, I'm pretty sure.
I don't read everything on our blogs.
Okay. Anyway.
I don't. I'm sorry. I don't. But no, I saw toys for it. I'm like, oh, it looks like Baymax. It's marketable.
Yeah, it does. But
Tom Holland and Baymax. I don't think it's actually Tom Holland though. But he looks like Tom Holland.
The pseudo Tom Holland.
Yeah, pseudo.
Okay, can we finish talking about this? Because you're really getting off topic.
That's the only movie I'm actually looking forward to this year yet is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
When's Ghostbusters?
Oh, Ghostbusters! I forgot that still exists. Look at that.
Okay, how many of you are like that? Because they talk about movies so long because they're supposed to be out like last year. By the time it comes out, you can feel like you've either seen it already or you have flipping forgot about it. How can you forget about Ghostbusters?
I don't know. I was looking forward to that too last year. Well, I'm still looking forward to it.
This kind of all blurs together.
It all blurs together. I don't know what year we're on. We're still in 2019.
So Eternals is going to be out for sure November 5th.
Yeah, so Ghostbusters comes out, I think, November as well, I think.
Well, the Eternals can just, kiss their ass goodbye.
Yeah.
So, anyway. We're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. There you go.
Maybe it'll get in China. I'll be surprised if it does. And if it does, I want to think there's something happening on the down low to try to smooth that over. Because China apparently is aware of it.
I'm sure they are.
Oh, they said they were, because they was on their social media.
Yep, and then it disappeared from the CBC. Just magic. Magic poof.
But the good news is I don't think he would be considered a sissy man.
No, he's not a sissy
Whiny man.
He's not a sissy man.
He seems to be whiny. And like a little bit of a diva.
Okay, so this is off the cuff. We have heard back channel from people who shall remain nameless that, yeah, actually, I guess he can be a little bit of a diva.
We don't know for sure, though.
We don't know for sure. I wasn't there.
But the vibe I got from him prior to that was that he was a bit of a diva.
Shooting your mouth off to Bob Chapek.
I mean, I'll give him props
that
for
takes balls. That absolutely takes balls.
I'll give him props for that. I mean, most everybody else would have done it. Him and like Scarlett Johansson, the only two that seems to be like, F you and giving it back. But, I just, he doesn't strike me as a sissy man. Whiny maybe, but.
We're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.